Welcome to the Academy of Osseointegration Emerging Leader interview with a special guest we have today who happens to be the 2023 winner of the Emerging Leader competition held in Phoenix, Arizona during my presidency year. So we welcome Dr. Francesco Caru from Milan to be with us today. So Dr. Caru, how did you learn about the Emerging Leader competition and what motivated you to submit a case presentation?
So we know about the Emerging Leader competition in 2023, and for us was a gamble. So we had a very interesting case like the one I presented, and which was the product of a big work made with the perio department, the endo one, the orthodontic colleagues. So the case was very challenging and required great commitment. So we thought it was an opportunity to present our results and our clinical and scientific evaluation on this important topic in a meeting so huge for us. For me, it was the first time that I was on a podium not in my country.
What was it like to be at the main podium with such a large audience and all the lights and the big podium and the TV? How did it feel to be on the main podium?
Yes, I can't to hide my fear. The days before I had to be there at the last day, and the days before I went to the podium, I went to see the area, to see the audience, and presenting your work in a so huge place, in a so huge podium, so important podium, and in such exciting case, it was not so easy. I would do it again tomorrow because the adrenaline rush you feel when you get on this stage is incredible.
So, what would your advice be to those that are applying and submitting cases for this year?
Yes, a very important and big advice I want to suggest them is that they have never give up and have to study long and deeply, but with someone, with a group or with a mentor, you can be able to conduct a good opportunity and conduct a good explanation and lecture on this podium. And suggestion for young careers clinician is just to maintain their own critical ability, free from prejudice, and rely with the guidance of a mentor. So the mentor who can advise you and direct them.
So, tell us a little bit, Dr. Caru, what your future plans are. What do you envision yourself doing in the future years? You have a bright future ahead of you. What do you see doing in the next 10 years, 20 years? What are your goals and aspirations?
I hope so. Now, for example, I creating my new personal office in Milan. So it will start, if God helps us, on the next March. So this is a very big opportunity for me to create my office. And then with our lab, with the Story Lab, we are creating new kind of experience here in Italy, and we are connected to the AO because the Lake Como Institute is a training center connected to AO. Next year in Seattle, I will be there, so I can do my little presentation during the meeting, and I can connect again with my colleagues and my friends, because I think that in our works we usually maintain a solo effect, a solo works, but I think that to work together is better and is very, very important to create connection with other colleagues. And the annual meeting or the activities of AO is a good condition for this.
And finally, I wanted to ask a little bit more about the presentation you actually gave. It was a little bit different than the usual implant type of presentation. It was a reimplantation using a tooth as an implant. Are you planning to do more research in that regard? It's fascinating.
We are producing a case series to connect this part. The auto transplant is not a new topic, but auto transplant in young bone in bone with dehiscence or fenestration and treat the tooth as if it were an implant is a kind of little difference between the old school and the new way of vision.
Thank you so much, Dr. Caru, for being here, and we appreciate your time.
Thank you, President. Thank you. We will see each other in Seattle next March.